the welcome bike next 2026 Royal Enfield Classic 350. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most iconic motorcycles ever built, a machine that blends heritage, emotion, and modern engineering in a way few brands can replicate. This is the 2026 Royal Enfield Classic 350, a motorcycle that doesn't just take you places, it takes you back in time while still feeling perfectly at home in the present. From the moment you lay eyes on the Classic 350, you understand why it's more than just a bike. It's a statement, a reminder of the golden era of motorcycling. And for 2026, Royal Enfield has refined this legend further, making it smoother, smarter, and more premium, while keeping its soul untouched. Let's start with the design, because that's the heart of the Classic. The 2026 model continues the unmistakable silhouette of the teardrop fuel tank, the rounded fenders, the upright riding stance, and that beautifully sculpted side profile that looks like it rolled straight out of the 1950s. But look closer, and you'll see subtle evolution everywhere. The metal body panels now feature deeper paint finishes with higher gloss and better corrosion resistance. Chrome elements are thicker and richer. The fuel tank badges have been refined for a more premium touch. Even the pinstriping on select variants is hand-finished, giving the bike a boutique handcrafted feel. The lighting setup has also matured. The Classic 350 now gets a full LED headlamp with a warm, vintage glow tone, designed to look classic but perform like modern tech. The circular DRL ring adds visibility without ruining the retro aesthetic. LED turn indicators and tail lamps keep things efficient and bright, while still blending beautifully into the old-school design language. Seat comfort has improved for 2026 as well. The saddle is wider, better padded, and uses dual-density foam to support longer rides. The stitching pattern is more premium, and on higher variants, the seat features contrast piping that matches the tank accents. The riding posture remains upright and relaxed, with a perfectly placed handlebar that reduces wrist strain and encourages laid-back cruising. Moving to the instrument cluster, the Classic 350 now features a semi-digital display. A traditional analog speedometer sits front and center, while a digital inset screen provides trip information, fuel range, gear position, and service alerts. The new Tripper navigation pod is standard across more variants in 2026, offering turn-by-turn navigation via smartphone connectivity. Subtle backlighting ensures visibility at night without being distracting. Now let's talk about the engine and the heartbeat of the Classic. The 2026 Classic 350 continues with the J-Series 349cc single-cylinder engine, but it has been further refined. It produces around 20.5 horsepower and 27 Newton-meters of torque, but the numbers don't tell the full story. This engine is all about feel. The long-stroke design delivers strong low-end torque, meaning you can cruise comfortably at city speeds in higher gears without constant shifting. The throttle response is smoother than ever thanks to updated fuel injection mapping for 2026. Reducing jerkiness in slow traffic. One of the biggest improvements for this year is vibration control. The engine mounting system and balancer shaft have been revised, making the ride noticeably calmer at highway speeds. You still get that signature Royal Enfield thump, but it's cleaner, more refined, and less fatiguing on long rides. The exhaust note has been tuned to meet stricter emission rules while keeping that deep bass tone that Classic owners love. The 5-speed gearbox remains, but shifting is now slicker with improved gear selector linkage. Clutch action is lighter too, which makes city commuting less tiring. Whether you're rolling through busy streets or cruising open highways, the Classic 350 feels easygoing and friendly. Ride quality is another highlight. The 2026 model features revised suspension tuning. Up front, telescopic forks have been revalved for smoother damping over small bumps. At the rear, twin shock absorbers now offer better rebound control. The result is a plush ride that absorbs potholes and uneven roads with confidence. Perfect for real-world riding conditions in Asia, Europe, or anywhere in between. Braking is handled by a disc at the front and rear, with dual-channel ABS standard across all variants for 2026. The braking feel is progressive, not too sharp, giving riders confidence without being intimidating for beginners. Combined with the predictable weight distribution, The Classic 350 feels stable and reassuring at all speeds. The chassis itself is based on the modern twin downtube frame, offering better rigidity compared to older generations. This makes cornering more predictable, especially when carrying a pillion. The bike doesn't try to be sporty, it stays true to its relaxed nature, but it holds a line confidently through gentle curves. Now, let's talk about everyday practicality. Fuel efficiency remains impressive for a bike of this character. Expect real-world mileage around 35 to 40 kilometers per liter depending on riding style. With a 13-liter fuel tank, that translates into a comfortable cruising range of roughly 450 kilometers, excellent for weekend touring. Royal Enfield has also focused on fit and finish for 2026. Switchgear quality feels more solid, wiring is neatly hidden, paint quality is richer. Even small touches, like the feel of the ignition key turning, have been improved to give a premium ownership experience. Connectivity features have been expanded too. The updated Tripper system now pairs faster with smartphones and displays clearer directions. USB charging is integrated neatly near the handlebar for convenient device charging. These modern touches make the Classic 350 feel relevant in today's tech-driven world while keeping the retro charm intact. Variants and colors for 2026 are more diverse than ever. Matte military-inspired shades, classic chrome-heavy touring editions, and minimalist single-tone options ensure there's a Classic 350 for every personality. Special anniversary editions with unique badging and color schemes add collector appeal. Now let's talk about the riding experience, because that's where the Classic 350 truly shines. You don't ride this bike to race, you ride it to feel the road, to enjoy the scenery, to breathe, to slow down time. The engine's relaxed nature encourages you to cruise at 80 to 100 kilometers per hour, where the bike feels happiest. Wind flows gently around you, the exhaust hums steadily. The road becomes therapy. In city traffic, the upright posture and predictable throttle response make the Classic surprisingly manageable. The turning radius is good, and the low-end torque helps you move smoothly through congestion. The seat height is accessible for most riders, giving confidence at stoplights. With the pillion, the Classic remains comfortable. The rear seat is supportive, grab rails are well positioned, and the suspension handles added weight gracefully. For touring, add saddlebags or a rear rack, and the Classic becomes a charming long-distance companion. Maintenance is another strong point. The J-Series engine has proven reliability, and service intervals are reasonable. Spare parts are widely available, and Royal Enfield's global service network continues to grow. This makes ownership stress-free whether you're in a major city or a smaller town. Now, let's get to pricing. The 2026 Royal Enfield Classic 350 is expected to be priced starting around 1.95 lakh INR in India, going up to around 2.30 lakh INR for top variants with premium finishes and navigation. In international markets, pricing varies, but it remains one of the most affordable retro motorcycles in the world considering the quality and heritage it offers. And that brings us to the unique selling points. First, a heritage. No other modern motorcycle brand offers this level of authentic classic design with factory backing. Second, a refinement. The 2026 model is smoother, quieter, and better built than ever before. Third, a accessibility. It's easy to ride, easy to maintain, and welcoming for new riders. Fourth, a emotional value. This bike isn't just transportation, it's an experience. In a world filled with aggressive styling and digital overload, the Classic 350 stands apart by reminding us that simplicity can be beautiful. It doesn't chase trends, it defines its own path. And with each update, Royal Enfield proves that tradition and technology can coexist harmoniously. So, who is the 2026 Classic 350 for? It's for the rider who enjoys the journey more than the destination, for the commuter who wants character, for the tourer who values comfort, for the nostalgic soul who loves chrome and curves, and for the new generation discovering that slow can be exciting. As we wrap up, the 2026 Royal Enfield Classic 350 continues to evolve without losing identity. It's smoother, smarter, more premium, yet still unmistakably classic. It doesn't need extreme horsepower or futuristic styling to win hearts. It does it with charm, presence, and personality.